Hey, what's up, Crypto Army? I'm Travis, your crypto newbie, bringing you my experiences. You have to learn things the hard way. Just a reminder, I'm not a financial advisor, and none of my content is reviewed as financial advice. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about Boda V2. They've got quite a few recent updates in their AMA. This is their birthday month. They have been around for a year this month, and they've got a lot of really exciting updates that I think you're going to be interested to find out, especially that NFT music player. But let's go ahead and jump right in. Now, to begin with, let's go ahead and talk about their Boda swap. So this is their main page. And again, all the links I'm going to talk about in this video are in the description of this video. But if we go over here and hit the buy now, we'll get to the Boda swap. Now, as you can see, this is their Boda swap. And if we come down here, you'll see they've got Indicoin. Now, Indicoin is great for everybody that doesn't live in the US. Unfortunately, Indicoin doesn't work for people in the US. But if you live outside the US, this is awesome because it allows you to buy Boda directly. Yes, you don't have to buy BNB and swap it over. You can buy Boda directly using Indicoin. Unfortunately, Indicoin is not an available option here, but there are other options for being able to buy directly. So hopefully that'll be coming in the future. Now, if you're in the US, you can still buy using Ramp. And Ramp is pretty good. I always recommend when you're using Trust Wallet. Trust Wallet's got Ramp built right in. You might want to check other places to see if it's a better rate though. A lot of times inside of the Trust Wallet, it's not always the best rate. So I would come over here, try Ramp here, and compare how much you're going to get using this one versus the one the Trust Wallet has. I don't know if it's because Trust Wallet gets a certain percentage of the fee or the transaction. I'm not exactly sure why, but it does work out that a lot of times you get a little bit more if you go outside of the Trust Wallet interface to buy your crypto. Now, so far since this launched last month, they've already listed 10 projects. Now, if you're a project and you're interested in getting listed, just reach out to Billy or somebody on the team and try to get whitelisted. If you're watching this and you just want to use it, everything that you can buy on PancakeSwap, you can also buy on BodaSwap. Whitelisting just puts it in the dropdown. You can still buy directly by importing the contract. And you have to do the same thing on PancakeSwap a lot of times too, so it's the exact same process. Now for the next update, let's talk about the NFT Marketplace. Boda's in the process of building an NFT Marketplace. They're currently looking at different development teams. Right now their development team is pretty busy with the BodaSwap and keeping everything up and running with that. So they're going to look at hiring a different development team for the NFT Marketplace. And the one that they're looking at has quoted them around 10 weeks to produce the NFT Marketplace for them. Now, they're putting it up for a vote. They've already got a couple of NFTs built, 6 out of 21, and they look pretty good, as you can see. This is just the first 6. There are 21, like I said, and they can build more of these. But they're looking at either selling these on OpenSea initially or waiting for the NFT Marketplace. And that vote's going to go to the community, I think sometime this week. I didn't see any mention of it, but that was what was mentioned in the AMA is potentially this week or next week, it's going to be put to a vote on where should they sell these. Because they can take that revenue and put it back into the project now, or they can wait for the NFT Marketplace and put these out there. Now, I personally like these. I think they look really good. Now, I've seen pictures very similar to this in the past, and I was trying to think of what the name of it was. I couldn't come up with it, but I have seen something very similar to these. Different design, but similar approach. And I like those, so of course I'm going to like these. Now, I'm not a huge NFT person, so take that for what it's worth. But I think these look pretty good. Now, the NFT Marketplace is going to work on BNB, ETH, and Polygon. So it's going to support 3 different networks. So if you're an NFT developer, you have a little bit of options as far as this NFT Marketplace on which chain you want to launch it on. But the really nice aspect about the NFTs is probably from the holder's perspective, we get rewards for the NFTs. And how it works out is you can get potentially, based on the NFT Marketplace revenue, you could get a little bit of ETH, you could get a little bit of Polygon, and you could get a little bit of BNB every single month just for holding on NFTs, which is pretty phenomenal. That's a really nice benefit for buying NFTs. Now, they're also going to have a subscription service. And basically how the subscription service is going to work is it's going to benefit those creators. If they hold Boda V2 up to a certain amount, they can do the subscription service and not have to pay minting fees. So if you're a content creator, that might be a really good reason to get into the NFT Marketplace for Boda. Now, there's quite a bit about the yield farm. Now, yield farm isn't done, but one of the things that they're looking at is launching a rewards token. Now, when you reward in the token in question, so for example, if you stake or farm Boda right now and you get Boda back, most people sell, which creates selling pressure. You don't have that problem when you launch a rewards token. but the rewards token, generally speaking, needs to have some sort of utility with it as well. So it wasn't specifically mentioned, but it kind of makes sense that maybe this would be a governance token. And Shiba Inu did something very similar with Bone. When they launched Bone, Bone was the governance token for the Shiba Inu ecosystem. That was pretty effective. Now, anybody that was there for the launch of Bone saw that the price went from like $75 down to, I think it's under $1 right now. Pretty significant drop in price. And one of the questions that they're looking at right now, and again, it's going to go to the community for voting, is to do a fair launch or to do a pre-sale. So you might want to put some thought into what you want that to look like. Some of the other things that they're looking at is, should the rewards token have a fee structure? And if it does, what do the fees do? Does it buy back and burn for the rewards token, or does it go back into the Boda token? So they're putting a lot of thought into what this rewards token is going to look like and what is the functionality of it within the ecosystem, which is good. Now, I'll be honest, I'm divided on what's better, because I see the benefits of having a rewards token because it takes the selling pressure off of the main token. But you do have to have some sort of utility in order to try to get people to buy that one. Also, governance is a good way to do it, although usually there's a little bit more utility that would be beneficial. I don't know what the right mix is for a rewards token, but those are some of the thoughts I've got when it comes to it. And I was thinking about this the other day. It would be kind of cool if somebody could pull off a rebase token as a rewards token. It gives it its own standalone utility, but it isn't entirely clear whether rebase tokens are actually going to be sustainable for the long term without their own individual utility. Rebase tokens are still kind of new, but when I was thinking about how do you make it so that a rewards token is more beneficial for the ecosystem, that's the thought process that I came up with, is a rebase token, because it's kind of its own standalone utility. And if you look at Titano and you look at Seifu, in the absence of real utility, they still are doing pretty good. I just don't know that the 100 or so that have tried to launch, if every one of them is going to be successful, or if it's really just going to be a couple that are really successful rebase tokens. But that's just kind of an out of the box thinking of what a rewards token could have as far as utility. And I haven't seen a rebase token as a rewards token, so that was the thing that popped in my head. I don't know. Maybe somebody will try it. Now, the merch store is going to have sales all of this month. And as you can see, 20% right now, 15% on the 13th to the 20th, free shipping, and then another 15% to close out the month. So if you're interested in buying some Boda merch, now is definitely a pretty good time to get in there and buy some. And to get to the merch store, it's just on the dashboard. And again, I really like the dashboard because everything's right here. It's very central. So you can pretty much find everything you need just by going to the dashboard. But if you click here, you'll get to the merchandise, and then you can buy some merchandise if that's something you're interested in doing. All right, now for the big one, the NFT music player. Now, there's been a lot of people out there that have talked about it, but nobody's actually tried to do it. So what I think of when I think of an NFT music player is I think of Google Music, or I think of iTunes, but it's music you own and it's music that you can sell. Now, in the case of the NFT music player that Boda is building, they won't necessarily be able to sell the music that you buy initially, but that is something that they're looking at down the road. But you'll have the ability to buy per song albums. There'll be podcast options on there, and then it's going to have an integrated audio player. So you can actually buy these NFTs and play it like a music player, which is awesome. They need to start finding ways to integrate what you're buying as far as NFTs into the real world, and this is one approach. And again, I'm not sure that anybody's actually figured that out yet. Some of the other things they're looking at is the ability to subscribe to a specific artist as well. So there's a lot of things that they're looking at for this NFT music player, but it's exciting to see that somebody's trying to tackle that. And I'm curious to see what they come up with. All right, that's pretty much it for today. Hopefully you found the content helpful. Let me know what you think about the NFT music player. What are the features you're looking for? What are you thinking that it should be able to do? Or how should it operate? What are some of the things you think they're probably going to miss unless you mention them? Until next time, stay strong with those diamond hands.